Resources, Election Reform, and Capital District shall come to order. We have two items on the agenda, and this item, Bill 298-33, an act to add a new Article 6 to Chapter 3, Title 22 GCA, relative to the Guam Family and Medical Leave Act, and to add a new Article 7 to Chapter 3, Title 22 GCA, relative to child school-related leave, was introduced by Senator McCready, Senator Nicholas, myself, Senators Morrison, Underwood, Atta, Tony Atta, Tina Rose Munya Barnes, Senator Torres, Senator Frank Blas, Senator Vice Speaker B.J. Cruz, Senator Rodriguez, Senator Spaldon, Senator Tom Atta. I think you got everybody almost, though.
Close to it.
So we should just adjourn the hearing on this bill? No.
I wish it was that easy.
Yeah. So in accordance with the open government law, notices of this hearing were sent to all main media outlets, all senators and stakeholders 5 days in advance on April 26, and a second notice was sent on April 28. So I'd like to recognize and thank Senator McCready for being here, and I'd like to recognize him at this time to give a overview of his bill 298-33.
Thank you, Matt, Mr. Chair, and I also like to thank you for being expeditious in the process to hear this bill. This bill is, in fact, an adoption of the federal, the Family Medical Leave Act, and it does have, I believe, 12 co-sponsors, and I guess this is the time to hear what some of the people in the public have to say. I think it's a much-needed bill. It's a bill that is crafted for the specific environment of Guam, and I do think that it's a win-win situation for the government, the private sector, and all employees of Guam. So hopefully we can get some support. Looks like we have a lot of support in the legislature. Hopefully we can get some support from the public, and hopefully this could be a law one day. Thank you very much.
Okay. So at this time, the chair would like to invite the two witnesses that signed up to testify. One signed up for both written and oral testimony, and the others just signed up for oral testimony. So I would like to invite Ms. Tupaz and also Terlahi. Mr. Terlahi. Yeah, please come forward. Okay, Ms. Anna Tupaz, I recognize you at this time.
Thank you. Hafa Senators, my name is Anna Allegri Topaz. I'm here today to express my gratitude to Senator Brant McCready and the 12 other senators who have proposed Bill 298-33 that would allow Guam working family workers a chance to qualify for FMLA to care for their health as well as their family members. What started out as a personal quest for myself turned into a crusade after finding out that, like me, my fellow part-time coworker was denied FMLA by a few hours to reach the 1250-hour threshold to qualify for FMLA. In another instance, a friend who works within the hotel industry was afraid to take leave to care for her toddler's illnesses in fear that she would lose her job. She fell woefully shy of the minimum number of hours worked to qualify for FMLA as well. We aren't part-timers who just join the respective companies. We are loyal and dedicated employees who have been with our companies for at least 15 to 20 years. One thing I would like to ask you to consider as well would be to ensure that employees of Guam recognize that the jury duty counts towards qualifying hours under the FMLA law. Left to interpretation, companies may not recognize this key civic duty and may not include it in the qualifying hours needed to meet the minimum hours under the FMLA provisions. Honorable Senators, with your help, this bill would allow the working people of our island to qualify much easier for FMLA and would alleviate the stress of leaving their job in order to care and provide for their families or to participate in their civic duties. I want to thank you for this opportunity to provide my testimony today and pray that this bill will become law. Also, I thank all of you for your service to our island and our people.
Thank you for your participation this afternoon. I'd like to recognize Ms. Yvonne Turlai.
I just wanted to say that I agree with Anna, and it's not just even those in the medical community that are part-time. I've heard of one incident where my son works. The girl who does payroll and accounting, she's a full-timer, but she couldn't take FMLA, and she ended up quitting just to take care of her dying father. She was denied FMLA.
Okay, and you signed up on behalf of the I Am United organization?
Yes.
Okay. Are you both with that? Yeah, you are. Yeah. So could you give us, for the listening audience, an idea of what this organization is?
Okay, so I am a United employee, and I've been...
Oh, it's United Airlines.
Yes,
Oh,
United
okay.
Airlines. So, yes, we are. Been there for over 20 years as part-time employees. And we are part of a union called the IAMAW, which is the International Association of Machinists of Aerospace Workers. And we've been trying to put this under a contract, but of course, there are more pressing issues like job security on this island. So,
Mr. Chair, just so we're clear, when you go to Department of Labor, they don't consider an employee, and I'm sure you know this, they don't consider the employee part-time or full-time. What they do is they consider the hours. So some of the, one of the biggest differences in the federal FMLA Act and what we are trying to adopt is those hours. So it's a 1,250 threshold. We're lowering that threshold to 1,000. It's 50 employees minimum. We're lowering that threshold to 25. And we are also incorporating in-laws. So like you had said, a father. So the FMLA encourages states to adopt something that's even better than what they have. And so that is what we're doing. We're creating something that is just specific to Guam. And so they don't have in-laws of married couples. So we're adding the in-laws and, of course, immediate family members as well. This is, and Mr. Chair, this is a very important part, is this is an unpaid leave.
Yeah.
And it's something that, like you said, if you're a employee of 20 years, and I'm sure there's different stages of how long you've been working for a company, but in your case, it's been a long time. So this would ensure that you wouldn't have to quit your job as someone that you knew had to quit their job just to take care of their dying parent. You wouldn't have to quit your job. You would have job security. Although it's an unpaid leave, that's what FMLA is, you would have the job security when you came back. And the threshold of lowering it to 1,000 hours would mean that you could possibly be a part-time employee as well. So
Yes,
those
correct.
are the differences.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. If you have nothing further to add, I want to thank you for your participation. And any questions? of the panel?
Just one more thing.
Okay.
This is not new to have things like FMLA to be a state law. There's 17 other states that have incorporated something in their, vicinity. So this would be something really good for our island and for the people, that do work.
You're right, and we did look at other jurisdictions, and we found that the best fit for Guam, we used it as a template. We didn't use it as a kind of a cut and paste law. We used it as a template to see what they were doing to fit their needs, and then we introduced something that we thought would fit the island
Yes.
of Guam's needs. So
And we thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And for the record, we did send invitations out to the Department of Labor, the Guam Chamber of Commerce, all these affected and interested parties. And so we're happy that the two of you showed up to testify in favor of the bill. And so I will deem this bill publicly heard and work with the sponsor in moving the bill forward to the legislature. But thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So there being one more item on the agenda, but we didn't call that yet for... Let me see. We had a couple people enter the room. Can you find out if they want to testify in this bill? For those who just showed up, are you interested in testifying on this bill, or do you just want to indicate your position on the bill in writing? Okay, so we'll make sure we just get your names so we can document your participation. Okay, so there being no other items for the 4 o'clock slot, we did provide for a public hearing notice at 5:30 on a bill by Senator Narissa Underwood, bill number 300-33, and it's an act to authorize the individual senators to voluntarily reduce their salaries by statute. And so there being no other testimony relative to bill number 298-33 COR, this committee stands in recess till 5:30. Okay, so we'll come back at 5:30 promptly. Thank you.